a fuck what anybody else thinks about it. How's it going, G Freaks and Sci-Fi Fanatics? This is Daniel, always keeping it raw and real. And I know I haven't made a video in a while because I was just in such anticipation for Godzilla vs. Kong, and now I will finally do my spoiler review. Spoiler review for all you mofos out there. This is a hard spoiler review, but like I always try to do, I'm gonna be different from all of my comrades as far as content creators, and my reviews have always been different anyway. So what I'm gonna do straight off is just, and again, spoilers. It's gonna be hella spoilers, so this is your one and only warning. So, and I'm just doing it late. I'm doing this review late because I did want to give everybody, especially people in the Godzilla community that I know, some time to watch the movie and just give them their chance to watch it before I do my spoiler review. So just getting straight at it. Well, I'm gonna start with the cast, and everybody who's seen the movie. It stars Alexander Skarsgård, Millie Bobby Brown, Rebecca Hall, Julian Dennison, Isa Gonzalez, Brian Tyree Henry, and Kaylee Hoddle, I think it was. I hope I didn't slaughter her last name, but those are the main actors, and there's a few more actors, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to try to make this review and raw and real review as short as possible, and just starting off with some of the plot of the movie. I mean, Apex Cybernetics, the Hollow Earth, they went for a more sci-fi approach. I mean, it's already a sci-fi film, but they went with an even deeper sci-fi approach to the story. And you know, Monarch is also involved, and me just trying to make this review as quick and informative as possible. I'm not going to really talk about the story. I'm going to get straight to what I always want to get straight to, and that's the fucking throwdown between two huge icons. And this is what it's going to be about. And just starting off, the first battle, Kong is on this ship and tensions are building. Godzilla finally locates Kong, and they already have Kong at a disadvantage because he's chained to that huge ship, and they're keeping him mildly sedated. And once Godzilla starts to approach, he senses Godzilla right away. He's like, okay, motherfuckers, you have me tied down. And Rebecca Hall's character does mention, release him from his bonds, let him defend himself at least. He's already at a disadvantage in the ocean, where that's Godzilla's fucking domain, and that's his world. He's like, welcome to my world, bitches. That's probably what he's thinking. And he's, you know, telling Kong in his mind. And, you know, Kong is, of course, strong-minded. He's also an alpha. So he sees Godzilla coming and pounds the ship. Godzilla tilts the whole fucking ship over like nothing. Like nothing. Kong flips over. He's still bound to the ship with those huge chains. He's already practically drowning. Alexander Skarsgård's character does the right thing, releases Kong, does realize that Kong is their guide to the Hollow Earth, so he finally lets go of that device that releases Kong of his bonds, and the fight begins underwater. Kong gets his chance to push off Godzilla, get back on the ship, get his bearings, and then I think in my mind he just went and moved to the other ships, jumping from ship to ship to maybe just keep Godzilla's attention away from the ship and from Gia, the Iwi girl that's deaf and that he has a bond with. And to me, that's just my opinion, though. I think he just did that to keep the danger away from the ship and from Gia. And that's where Godzilla's still swimming like a fucking great white shark, Alpha apex motherfucking predator. Fuck apex cybernetics. Godzilla is the ultimate apex predator. And he jumps onto the aircraft carrier, and yeah, they go at it. Kong punches Godzilla. Godzilla just shrugs it off. Goes back in. Everybody says bitch slap, but I mean, he just clawed fucking Kong one time with his right freaking hand and just puts Kong down. Godzilla is about to make it quick, use his atomic beam, finish off Kong right away. Godzilla seems like he doesn't want to waste any time. He just wants to get straight to the point. And of course, the fighter jets and all the military arsenal that they have is distracting Godzilla, nothing more. And Kong gets his chance to get up, punch Godzilla, like shoulder block Godzilla into the water, and Godzilla's like, you know what, I'm getting tired of this. Godzilla goes to his weapon of choice, which is his atomic beam, blows up the aircraft carrier, splits it in half. Kong has no choice but to engage Godzilla underwater, and that's already a huge disadvantage for Kong, and Godzilla takes total advantage of that, tries to drown Kong, and nearly succeeds. Their first battle, Godzilla is so close to already ending Kong's life, and they use depth charges. They shoot it to disorient Godzilla. Kong barely manages to get out of the water, throws up all this seawater. He's spent. He's like, okay, this motherfucker is not fucking around. Godzilla is literally trying to kill him, like fucking kill him. And Kong is like, just, you know, he's disoriented, he's tired, he's winded, he almost nearly drowned, and they make the choice to cut all power, cut anything that moves, tearing off all the lights from that part where Godzilla decimated that fleet. And Godzilla takes the bait, sees Kong is like in no shape to do anything. Godzilla's like, okay, you know what, that's it, I'm not gonna put any more attention to this. My main focus is Apex Cybernetics and whatever the fuck they're doing down there. So now, round two. Of course, I will speak a little bit about Kong going to the Hollow Earth, going to this temple of his ancestors. He finds the axe from some kind of huge creature that the skull is freaking enormous, and it makes Kong's skull look small. And that's where Kong gets the axe. And I was just really interested and trying to grasp just the concept of that creature, that skeleton that was so enormous. And I'm thinking, you know, where it didn't look like a Godzilla skull, but maybe I'm wrong, but it gets me thinking, was Godzilla's species even bigger and more powerful and dominant in ancient times in the Hollow Earth? And how many Godzilla creatures, or how many of Kong's ancestors sacrificed themselves and lost their lives to just take down one of Godzilla's species? And that's something that's like really like that's always in the back of my head now. And I watched this film a fuckload of times, I'm not gonna lie. And okay, getting straight to that, he finds the axe. He sits on a throne like a motherfucking ruler, which is fitting. You know, he is king. He is a king of Skull Island, and he is a king. And, you know, just in my opinion. And so far, with that, Godzilla senses the radiation from the glowing axe. And when Kong puts it down, it shows like some kind of mirage or design of multiple axes of Godzilla's dorsal plates, or Godzilla's ancestors' dorsal plates, and it encompasses the entire throne, or the throne pillar, and it looks really cool. And then Godzilla senses this, blast straight from Hong Kong down to the Hollow Earth, which is like totally like just crazy insane, and it's so cool. I mean, yeah, it's fantastical. It's a fantastical aspect of sci-fi. And yeah, I mean, how can Godzilla's beam be so powerful to shoot a hole through the earth and reach the hollow earth? I mean, it seemed like it didn't take that long. It didn't take very long at all. I mean, honestly, it didn't take very long. And really, it was just it was a good aspect, and some ideas were good in this plot. But like I said, I'm talking about just the battle. What people who watch my channel know, I'm all about the fucking fights. I'm about Godzilla versus Kong. I don't give a shit about the characters. I don't give a shit about the story. So, okay, moving on. Now, just going straight to the fact that Godzilla shot a hole through the earth, reached the hollow earth, roars down there, and Kong hears this, and Kong, in his own rebuttal, freaking just roars back, and with all the other bullshit that happens between the human characters, Kong grabs the axe before the temple is totally just demolished and climbs through this hole that Godzilla made through the earth. Kong comes back up, uses the axe as leverage to get back to the top, sees Godzilla, and this time Kong is like, okay, this motherfucker, like, I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready now. I got the great equalizer. This can change the whole fight. And that's what I was thinking in my mind. Okay. And then they go straight at it. And anything close to modern day combat sports or sports entertainment, wrestling, MMA, boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, judo, I mean, it's so insanely well choreographed for, if it was, you know, motion capture and 2 actors, which I'm pretty sure it was. I mean, it was totally phenomenal. Just the second round was so cool. Kong using drop kicks, elbows, Muay Thai knees. It was freaking insane. Godzilla looked a little like, okay, this guy's motherfucking quick. Kong is quick, agile, and strong all in one. I mean, he's a powerful creature, and he's using that to his advantage. And Godzilla, you know, he just wants to me in mind, he wants to just finish it. He wants to finish it, and he wants to go to his beam. But Kong's speed is kind of, it's just like, you know, it's delaying Godzilla as far as combat goes to just deal the freaking final blow. And, you know, Kong's jumping from building to building. I mean, Godzilla's just blasting buildings down, tearing them down. Remind me of kind of Shin Godzilla. And it was just the lighting, the aspects, the visuals were all fucking awesome. I mean, this movie to me delivered. I am satisfied. I am 100%, 120% satisfied with this. I didn't give a shit about the story or the human characters. I just cared about the fight. The name says it all. Godzilla vs. Kong. Okay, now going back to it. See, I'm fucking excited. I'm fucking excited. And I'm going to watch it again. And okay, Kong is jumping, using his agility, you know, circles around Godzilla, uses parts of the buildings as protection from Godzilla's beam, and then he finally gets back around, circling Godzilla, finds the axe, and just, you know, there's everything. Godzilla tackles Kong, pushing Kong like nothing. Kong lands a blow from the axe when it's charged. It kind of, you know, it does. I mean, it penetrates Godzilla's skin, but Godzilla's like, yeah, it hurts. But Godzilla gets pissed, grabs it with his mouth, tosses it across, and then, you know, they're just really going at it. It's something that you didn't expect. The fight time, the monster visuals, the time they put in just for the battle itself was oh so satisfying to me. And now, getting back to it, Kong circles around Godzilla, gets the axe. Godzilla, of course, uses his beam again, and Kong blocks it. And as the power is being absorbed, the atomic power is being absorbed, Kong lands that freaking double axe handle to Godzilla. And to me, it was more of a, it was just like, how can I put it, man? It was just the backlash. It was an explosion. It actually threw Kong way further back, and it was a shockwave of atomic energy. And I thought it was gonna land, just in my mind, that it was gonna maybe cut Godzilla or scrape him or something, but it didn't. Because to me, it seemed like because I watched the movie already so many times, that it didn't feel like it made contact, but just the shockwave alone and the explosion sent them both back, really took the air out of Godzilla. And that's when we get to the third and final battle before the finale. And Godzilla, I mean, Godzilla gets back up, shakes it off. You know, maybe in the time of the movie, it was about maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, you know, maybe 5. Godzilla shakes it all off. He's like, okay, you know, he starts looking for Kong, starts crawling on all fours like a Komodo dragon, like a fucking Komodo dragon or a fucking Nile crocodile, looking for his prey. And, you know, Kong, being Kong, you know, Godzilla's not, Godzilla is an intelligent creature, but Kong is just, yeah, Kong is, he's, to me, in my mind, more advanced mind-wise and more mentally, and he's using his brain to just tactics on Godzilla, battle tactics. And once Kong distracts Godzilla with the crane, Kong looks like he's, you know, he's riding Godzilla on the back where his dorsal plates are. He's punching him, he's trying to get a hold of him, trying to do a headlock, maybe try to put him into submission. Godzilla's not having it. Godzilla's neck and sheer weight and mass is insane. And not only that, his scales are just so hard, like dragon scale hard. Like they're very, very sturdy, very tough, very durable. And, you know, Kong's doing his thing, and he's like, you know, he's struggling. And the axe is not in play also in this third and final round. So Godzilla just, okay, Godzilla grabs Kong, bites him on the hand, literally flips him over. Not a judo throw, just a straight, like, you know, shoulder throw. Kong lands. The thump is freaking impactful as fuck. Godzilla just goes into fucking rage mode. Like, he's in the red. Like, he's in the fucking red. He's seeing red, and he's going full on fucking primal on Kong. Like, full on primal, like, biting him. Bites his left arm, literally twirls around, throws Kong across a few buildings. Kong hits a smaller building, dislocating his shoulder, letting he's like, fuck, he's in fucking pain. Godzilla is still like, in his killer instinct, just boom, his speed increased. I'm pretty sure that was, you know, the speed, the speed just increased because, you know, it was in, the fight was getting more intense, and I think the director wanted to speed it up. And I mean, just in my mind, Godzilla's speed increased so much that he was in the red zone. His killer instinct was just there, and he was going full fucking primal, and he was crawling on all fours. He was biting Kong. He fucking tail whips the shit out of Kong's right shoulder, and Kong goes fucking flying, like, you know, 2 or 3, well, maybe 50 or 100 feet. And like, Kong's like already dislocated shoulder. You know, Godzilla's going at him on all fours, crawling like a Komodo dragon, or, you know, any kind of monitor lizard, a fucking crocodile. And he's going for fucking blood. I mean, Godzilla's going for fucking blood, man. And that was, for me, intense, you know. And I mean, that shit is like, you know, when Godzilla just finally was, you know, cutting and ripping at Kong's chest, and you see the freaking, just the tears in of Kong's skin being penetrated. I mean, I was like, man, I'm getting into it. Like, I'm fucking, yeah, you know, I'm getting all into it. And I mean, Kong's like, oh, you know, he's grunting, he's like, shit. And then Kong, like, right before he's moving back, and Godzilla just, I mean, Godzilla literally jumped, all that mass jumped on Kong and was just ripping at him. And then Kong's like backing up. He's like, well, fucking, you know, being overwhelmed, in my opinion. Godzilla stomps him with his huge, enormous, powerful legs. Kong, in a last-ditch effort, and he's in, I mean, he's desperate at this point, punches the shit out of the wound that he made with the axe. Godzilla, even though he's in the red, he's like, motherfucker. He's like, fucking Kong, and still just stomps on Kong again. And I mean, this is where it changes for me, because I've been on both ends of a battle like that. I've been on the fucking bottom end of a battle or competition, and I've been on the top. And I mean, you guys will understand. People who do or understand combat sports will understand what I'm saying. I've been on both ends, and it kind of just grabbed me so much in that moment that it was so intense for me. And Kong just grunting, he's like, you know, and looking at Godzilla, and Godzilla's staring him down, just looking at him. and Kong's still keeping that killer. You know, he's keeping that. You know what? I may be down, but I'm not done yet. You're gonna fucking have to kill me. You're gonna have to fucking kill me. You know, so kill me then. And Godzilla roars in his face. Kong is like, shit, you know. Kong is like, fuck, you know. So Kong is like, fuck this, you know. I'm gonna go straight at it. And Kong just roars right back. And, you know, they have this little... Godzilla does this nod. Kong is like, okay, you know, Kong is just... He's beat. Kong is just fucking totally beat. And Godzilla steps off of him. Does that little shrug. Shrugs him off. You know, walks away. Could have killed him. I mean, I don't know why Godzilla didn't finish him. But I think it's a mutual respect thing. But, I mean, Kong was just fucking... Godzilla beat the fucking gorilla shit out of Kong. And at that point, I was very excited. But getting to that point, seeing Kong so dominated and like looking like he is concerned. He is afraid. You know, he's not showing it, but he is afraid. And that's where it grabbed me. Because as much I've been on the winning side of certain competitions, and I've been on the losing side, and it's not a good feeling. It is not a good feeling. And that's where that scene took a hold of me, and I actually felt remorse for Kong. Like, I was seriously like concerned. I mean, you're so into this movie. When you're a Godzilla fan like me, a kaiju fan, and like me and any other of my homies and friends and fellow content creators, I take this to heart, and I see it because I've been there. I know what it's like to be on the winning side, and I know what it's like to be on the losing side, and it sucks. And that's where I felt that remorse. But you know, Kong trying to get back up with a dislocated shoulder, fucking torn up chest. I mean, being bitten on the fucking foot, being tossed around like a rag doll. Yeah, he still tried to get back up, and I already had respect, high respect and regard for Kong. This just shot it up tenfold, and I respect and admire Kong even more. And Godzilla's always gonna be Godzilla. Godzilla's always gonna be my motherfucker. But that gave me just a more fulfilling yet remorseful view on Kong, and it just made me gain so much more respect for him. And now, okay, I got a little emotional on that, you know. But now, just getting to the finale, Kong is fucked up. Godzilla, he's dying. Godzilla beat him so bad that they have to use one of the heaves, and Gia, the little Iwi girl, senses the fact that Kong is dying, and they use the heave machine, or the heave shuttle, and Alexander Skarsgård's character uses it to jumpstart Kong's heart. And Kong's like, oh shit. And then before that, Godzilla tries to go to the Apex cybernetics facility, and Mechagodzilla they use the energy that they had taken from the temple, Kong's temple, and right away they replicated it, used it on Mechagodzilla. Ren Serizawa's character gets electrocuted. He's like, once that energy goes into Mechagodzilla takes full control. And of course it's Ghidorah's consciousness and his mind that is really controlling it. And he says, you know what, I don't need this. I can do this alone. Of course it's not going to be Ghidorah, but I mean, it's Mechagodzilla in his own right. But he takes over, kills Walter Simmons, kills Ren Serizawa, and Mechagodzilla breaks out. He's totally off the fucking chain. Like, Mechagodzilla is off the bonds, off the chain. He just broke the fucking bonds. Goes out there, goes on a rampage over Hong Kong. Godzilla sees this. Godzilla's pumped, yet still kind of weary and tired from battling Kong. But still, Godzilla gets dominated, man. I'm not gonna lie, this shit bugged me. You know, Mechagodzilla is usually always been a very powerful, and one of Godzilla's most powerful opponents. And And this film, I understand why they had to make him, they had to power him up a little bit more, and fucking wipes the floor with Godzilla, man. I mean, Godzilla gets maybe one good shoulder block in, but besides that, nothing else. Like, nothing else. Just, I mean, Godzilla tries. I mean, Mechagodzilla is wiping the floor with him, has an advantage in speed, has the rocket boosters, I mean, has that tail, he's got the laser cannon from his mouth, he's got other parts in his arsenal. It's just, I mean, Godzilla's being dominated. I mean, fucking dominated. So once Alexander Skarsgård's character uses the shuttle, jumpstarts Kong's heart, Kong, you know, talks to Gia. He's like, okay, where am I? Whatever. Gia tells Kong that Godzilla's not the enemy. Kong's like, fuck him. Fuck him. But yeah, but he realizes just the severity of the situation. Sees like, well, what, you know, sees Mechagodzilla beating on Godzilla while freaking Mechagodzilla's literally throwing Godzilla against a fucking building. And I'm like, wow. And then Kong's like, okay, yeah, this is some serious shit. So Kong saves. Godzilla's about to get the kiss of death from Mechagodzilla. That's how I see it. Like, just the way he killed the female Muto in 2014, that's the way it looked like Mechagodzilla was gonna kill Godzilla, with the kiss of death. And Kong comes in, saves Godzilla last minute. They team up, which was cool, which is very cool. I didn't mind that. At first, like, all those years ago in Sucky Ass 2020, I was like, I wasn't really feeling it. But yeah, it played well into the film. And Godzilla is doing his part, Kong's doing his part. Mechagodzilla is still dominating both of them. And Kong finally sees the axe. The axe is not powered up though, so Kong's cogs in his brain are turning, and you know, I need this axe. You know, the axe is still, it's still a good weapon, but it's not penetrating Mechagodzilla's metal chassis. You know, so who knows what that shit is made out of. And, you know, Godzilla just is there, you know, trying to have support. And then, you know, Mechagodzilla is about to kill Kong with his drill-like tail. And at that point, Godzilla sees the opportunity. Mechagodzilla's holding Kong's arm that's holding the axe. Godzilla supercharges the axe. Kong fucking goes fucking crazy and uses that axe like a fucking berserker would use an axe. And it's fucking, it's so fucking cool, man. It's fucking badass. Like, oh, like it's, oh, like, yeah, you know, sorry, but yeah, it was fucking great, man. And I mean, Kong just tearing Mechagodzilla apart. That axe, how much power that axe has when it's supercharged by Godzilla's energy, Godzilla's atomic energy. And it's cool, you know, chops freaking Mechagodzilla to bits, rips off his head. Kong's pounding his chest, you know, showing off his shit. Godzilla was the winner. Godzilla took the title, but Kong was the hero. So that is fucking, that was to me a satisfying end. And then right towards the end, Godzilla roars again when Kong is already, you know, he's like, I need a motherfucking vacation. And he gets up, gets scared, like, oh, Godzilla's gonna come back for more. And this time Godzilla is more controlled, walks up to Kong, goes like that towards Kong, and Kong's holding the axe, and Godzilla's staring at the axe. He's like this, and Kong's like this, and then Godzilla's just staring at it. And then Kong looks at it, and then drops it, and Godzilla just roars, like, roars at the axe, and he roars at Kong, but in a sense of respect, and I guess saying thank you. You know, I mean, they're always probably going to be rivals, but at least now there's a common respect. There's a mutual respect between these two motherfucking iconic, two of the most iconic monsters of all fucking time. And there it is. Like, that's my review, spoiler review. And like I said, I didn't get into detail about the plot and much of the human characters. What mattered to me was Godzilla and Kong, and it was satisfying for me. It was satisfying. It was beautiful. I couldn't get enough of it, and I loved it to death, man. And like I said, I really don't like to make long videos, but so G Freaks, there you have it, my spoiler review for Godzilla vs. Kong. And I love the film. I mean, this film took such a weight off my shoulders, and leading into 2 months before Godzilla vs. Kong, I was going through something, you know, I was going through a lot of mental struggles. I was trying to keep myself so busy in just trying to grieve and mourn the loss of Marcus, which was very, very devastating to me. And I had to just, you know, find my outlet, which is keeping busy and keeping active. But I mean, it was a big weight off my shoulders, and yeah, it gave me that sense of release. It gave me that sense of, yeah, you know what, get back to what you're doing. And it was great, man. It was a huge weight off my shoulders. I love the film. 10 out of motherfucking 10. 10 out of motherfucking 10. I mean, I love the film. No matter what people say about it, I don't give a fuck. I'm surprised Rotten Tomatoes has it at 76 right now, but I don't give a fuck about Rotten Tomatoes. I don't give a fuck about the critics. I don't give a fuck if people didn't like it. Fuck you. All the people that are fucking Snyder cunts, fuck you. And yeah, I love this fucking film, man. But yeah, there you go. G-Freaks and Sci-Fi Fanatics. Thank you for watching my spoiler review for Godzilla vs. Kong. If you guys enjoy the content I create, hit the like button if you want to. Subscribe. You know, I'm not going to beg for subscribers, but I hope you guys have a good Saturday. There you have it. This is Daniel, the Sci-Fi Sentry, always coming at you fucking raw, always coming at you fucking real. Watch Godzilla vs. Kong if you haven't seen it yet, and I'm not going to release this till a day after. So, I'm out.